Hi there, my name is Genesis Williams from Ficson Films, and today this is what we're gonna be creating. Yeah, before I forget, this video is brought to you from Animation West Africa. Sen-Deboh found out AWA asked me to do this tutorial, so let's get right to it. Okay, so the first thing I like to do when I'm actually working with Cinema4D is actually work on our project settings. I stay in African Nigeria, so my frames per second should be 25. That is standard for video in my country. In Europe, if you stay in America, usually you actually use 30 frames per second. So we'll go to render settings, and let's do with our render setting. We'll go to output, and we change the preset to film video to 25 HD TV, 25 frames per second. So it's actually matched to our project settings here. So everything is all set and all frames here. I'm going to save. Make sure our format is set to PNG. Depth is set to 16-bit per channel, and alpha channel is checked on. So I think we're good to go. So the next thing we're going to do is just create a Cuban Art Scene. So I'm going to scale this cube real some. I'm going to scale it down. Okay, maybe that's too much. Okay, then we're going to a cube here, and we're going to check on fillet. That will actually enable the edges to be round. Edges will look round now. So I'm going to display so we can see this better, and we're going to quick share with lines, and we see that. Now we'll come to our radius, and I think we'll make this 1.5. okay, and let's scale this a bit more. Okay, and we'll take it 1.5 now. Okay, let's take this stuff down. Okay, maybe much. Okay, let's make it 1.4 or 1.3, I guess. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to Morph, and we'll click on our clonal object, and we'll make this cube a child of the clonal. How do we do that? We just click and drag, and you see the arrow drops down, shows drop down arrow. That makes sense. If you leave your left mouse button, it's going to make it a child. So what actually that does is actually hides the original object and creates three instances, or should I call it reference, of the cube. So we're going to go to our clonal here, and under the mode, under the attribute manager here, on the mode, we change this to grid array. Okay, we're going to change the count. I think this stuff is still looking bigger, and we're going to change the count here to maybe 5, and let's scale this cube some. Come here, and we'll scale it some more. Okay, now the next one we're going to do, we're going to go to our drawing tools here, and we're going to click text. So that'll create a text for us, and we'll come here, we'll drag it backwards here. Let's take it back, because we're going to add other text into this mix. So take it back, and what else we're going to do? We're going to change this to 1. Let's bring it down, just drag it down. So we're going to change this to 1, and let's make the height 400. Oops, make the height 400, and that'll make it bigger. Okay, wow, font here looking cool and all. So the next thing we're going to do, we want this cubes to wrap itself around this spline here. So how are you going to do that? We're going to click on our cloner here, and we'll go to Morph and choose an effector, and we're going to use Spline Effector. So how do we do that? We'll go to Spline Effector. You make sure your cloner was selected before you choose your effector. In other words, you won't actually, the effector won't be connected to the cloner, so we actually want the effector to be connected to the cloner. So if you just go to effector, you can see it right here. If you can see this here, you can actually just drag it into the effector dialog box here. So let's get right ahead, and we're going to go to our spline effector, and we'll go to effector, and we see all this stuff here that looks really confusing. The only thing we should focus on here should be the spline, and we're going to drop a one text there, and bam. So we see our cubes now wrap themselves around this plane here. But if we look closely, we can see everything's all intersected. We don't want that to don't want the cube to intersect each other. So like we can see in our video here, they are all colliding. They collide each other. They don't intersect there. So how do we fix that? So what we're going to do, go to cloner and we'll right click and we choose simulation tag and we'll go to rigid body. So what that do, that will tell Cinema4D that this cube are actually they actually have mass. They are objects that collide. So let me show you what that all means. So go to cloner, we'll go to a rigid body, and you know what, let's just hit play and let me show you what this is. So if you see that, boom, it actually collides and they explode and they fall off, and we don't want that. We want them to actually stay around this one. So how do we fix that? We'll go to our cloner, our rigid body here. On this tag here, you select this tag under force. If you're using a later version, maybe you're using a former version or a previous version of Cinema4D, you might not see this stuff. I think this just come in R15, I guess. I can't really remember. So if you don't see this follow position, follow rotation, they are not to fear. Yours should have another dialog box here which you can click on and it will show you follow position. So you just click that and that will fix this problem for you. But in R15 they actually make they allow you play with the follow positions and add more numbers, or should I add more algorithm or whatever. Anyways, I'm going to just type in 25, or let's say 20. And if we eat that and we'll previous this and we'll play that, you can see the cubes are now colliding and arranging themselves around this, and this looks way better than what we want. So anyways, that's not what all we're going to do today. So let's go there and okay, so we want the cubes to travel from where it was in the center of the grid down to our spline here. So how do we do that? Yeah, we're going to go to our spline effector, and if we go to, you see this, if we go to the effector palette, if we scrub down on this trend, you can see we can actually see how the cube travels from the cube here, and they go and form the text. But that's not what we're going to do. This is an easy way to actually animate. You can just come here, hold down control and click here, and then add some keyframes, and this will actually work for us. So but that's not what we're going to do here today. So we're going to put this to 100. We're going to do a more dynamic way and more interesting way to animate this. So we'll go to fall off and we'll go under shapes. We're going to choose linear, and now you can already see how that works. So you can see the yellow, red and yellow stuff. These are fall off tool, or should I call it object, that allows us to you can see if I move this, you can see how this actually works. So anyways, we can actually deform this stuff. You can just click on this point here. You can see there's some you can see orange points behind this stuff, so we can increase the fall off. That way, if we move this, you see how they move. Instead of moving once and for all, we can just maybe move this and we can see how they go. I think you can actually select this if I'm not mistaken. Okay, you can't. Anyways, so ignore that. It's just some trial and error there. Okay, so you can see how this cube actually move, and they are trying to form they're going to around the spline number there. So let me show you an interesting thing here. Let me show you something real cool. So if we move this here and we go to our rotate tool and we just rotate this and move this way, now we can see an interesting way this stuff travels to the spline. So if we come here and maybe just move this so we can see travel, let's say we want it traveling like this, so you see that we have something really unique here. Okay, I think I like this one. So now we can come to our move tool and just move this like this. So we can just, you see that? Okay, so let's play with that right away. So we're going to record our keyframes here. So select this and hit the record button here that shows the key icon down here. So record active objects, and create a keyframe there, and we'll go to 10, or let's make it 5 instead. When you are 10, Yes, 10. So now we're gonna drag this the way, and we're gonna key that, and we'll go to our previous frame and hit play. Bam, you see that, and you see this bouncing looking effect that it creates when it lands. So, and I really love that. It just gives it more life. And we press play, and boom. Okay, now we can see the magic of how that works. So let's add more text to this stuff. So we see in our video here, we had 1, 2 and 3 and go. So let's do that. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do, we're going to create another spline. So what I'm going to do is just duplicate this, and we just hold down control, drag, and just call this 2, and change this to 2, and we can just select this 2 and move this forward a bit, maybe just this some. Okay. Yeah, now we have 1, 2. So okay, what we're gonna do is, let me see, is that another effect here. So we'll go to a cloner, we'll go to Morph, and we'll go to effector, and we're gonna choose Spline Effector like we did earlier, and we'll go click on Spline Effector, go to Effector, and under Spline we're going to drag this to text here, and we have that. So like I said, we're not going to play with the strand, we're going to go to fall off, and we choose linear. So it's going to create another box here for us. So we'll come here, and let's come here, so you can see how this works. So we have animation on 2, 1. So we're gonna give it 5 frames before we change to 2. So we'll come to frame 20, and we'll key this, and the next thing we're going to go to frame 25, and let's rotate this away, maybe something like this, just to give an interesting look to our object. So oops, it's about 3D space. Yeah, you have to be careful how you move your objects, because it can be really deceiving. Okay, so we're gonna key that. Now if we play this, you can see something really interesting here. And if we play 1, 2, awesome. So we can see that. So there's something really going on here. It starts from 2. You can start from 2. The reason why that is because at the center, this stuff is close to the center, so we're going to move this back so it look as if it's starting from here before it turns into 2. So we're going to come to a refactor here. We'll come to frame 20 and just take this back, and we're going to key that. So if we hit this, so everything starts from this point in time. So we'll go 1, 2. No, we're going to create the second text. So we're going to come here, hold control and drag down and change this to 3. And we'll come here, we'll just change this to 3. It's good to rename your stuff, yeah, and keeps your work organized. So for beginners out there, I'll come here, just move this 3 this way. Okay, I think we should move this. You can even take this 3 this way, so you can have something really dynamic here. And let's add another spline effect. So we'll go Morph. Make sure your cloner is selected. So go to Morph effector, spline effector. We'll go to spline, go to effector, add our text 3. Yeah, just repeating our steps, and come to fall off, choose linear, and we're gonna take this back also. Maybe we should, let's come from this, maybe just rotate this, just give it a weird looking shape here, and I'm going to come here. Okay, 25. So we'll give it 30. We'll go to, it's up to 25, right? And go to 30. We'll go to 35, and we're gonna key spline 2 here. We're gonna key that, and with frame 40, and we just move that. Just move that to this picture, or maybe this way. It doesn't really matter. So just key that. Okay, now we can. Let's play that. 1, 2, and 3. Boom, that's looking cool. Let's watch that again. Go back. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
End of part 1.